We had Kyle Juszczyk on the show, as I mentioned last week, and I asked him, what makes you great? And he talked about your dedication, and he talked about the offseason, and he talks about how you're always about it. Where do you get that from? Like, where do you find your fire from, Christian McCaffrey?
That's a good question. I think I love football. I think it's that simple. I love football. I love everything that has to do with it. I love my teammates. We get to play a kid's game for a living, and Sundays are so fun. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of hardships, a lot of trials and tribulations to earn the right to play on Sundays. But man, I love it. I love training. I love taking care of my body. I like feeling good, and I like competing. And so there's so much that you have to do to get to the point where you can kind of earn the right to go out there and compete. And it's a blessing to be able to play in the NFL. So I don't take it lightly, and I try to respect the game. I know it has an end date. So for me, it's while I'm playing, man, I'm going to give it my all every day. And I know I have teammates that do the same. And, those guys are so inspiring to me. And, I genuinely love football. I love my teammates. And I, try to respect the game and do whatever it takes.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder?
Always, man.
From what? What's your biggest chip?
How you can, find anything. I won a Super Bowl. I think everybody on our team wants to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And so, when you get close and you don't get there, that's a chip you'll die with that chip. And so, I don't know. I find chips. You know what I mean? If there isn't a chip, I'll look online and find one. So I'll try to find something, right, man. Try to find something. Yeah, I mean, I love competing. I love when someone tells me I can't do something or you're not good enough or this or that. I've been hearing it my whole life, and so sometimes it actually gets old. But no, man, I think there's the chip on the shoulder that I'll always have. I think probably for the rest of my life. I think it's in my DNA. It's been with me since I was a kid. Things just growing up with three brothers, that's probably why you're always competing and you're always losing. When you have an older brother, you're getting your ass kicked all the time. So you learn how to compete. You learn how to get better. You're constantly obsessed with how you can fix your mistakes so that you can go out there and win.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you were supposed to not be able to run between the tackles when you were coming into the NFL, that's a chip?
That was a thing, yeah. Which is why one of the reasons I went to Stanford. I was like, you know what, man? There's all these other schools and people. I was the scat back, and I was like, if I go to Stanford, they can't argue that I can't run between the tackles. And then I ran power for a living for like 3 years. And still, that was the narrative. I never,
going into the NFL. I remember that.
Exactly.
I remember that.
Well, just imagine if you had played in the bowl game.
That's another one. You're a bad teammate. Let's not
bowl
forget
game? Yeah.
Sun Bowl. Let's not forget the old Sun Bowl, huh, Christian?
Yeah, I mean, now it's I don't know how many guys the next year missed bowl games, but I think it was like in the hundreds.
You're the godfather of this, man. You're like the George Washington.
I'm a pioneer.
Let's not forget that.
Me and Leonard Fournette, I saw Leonard Fournette wasn't playing in the bowl game, and I'm like, that's my competition. He's probably training for the combines. I started thinking more about it, and there was obviously more that went into it, and we laugh, but that was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my life, and I had to take a lot, for making that decision. And but man, I'm here now and happy with that decision. And you look at the college football landscape now, guys are getting paid, guys are getting what they deserve. College it's a professional sport. They're televised, marketing, jersey sales, stadiums, all that stuff. They deserve to get paid, man. And we didn't have that, and so it's cool to see that the landscape is changing. Obviously, I think they'll have to have some checks and balances with a lot of things, but it's cool where it's headed.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.